Biafra Rukobore Makokari Mano Uramo Mafi Bonacho Biafra Rukobore Kari Mano Uramo Mafi Bonacho Biafra Rukobore Makokari Mano Urugo Mafi Bonacho Biafra Rukobore Kari Mano Dinta Jaravia, Ganabugabaya, Wemanadica, Dinta Jaravia, Ganabugabaya, Ogano Churi, also coach, but an obagati tin, no. Ogago Churi, also coach, but an obagati tin, no. Brother Masikwala Makine Sirike Kiweli Sigiru Basabo Esyo Ima Wanawa Kesene Madam Makiwerendo Gaby Ego Imanabu Kage Makiwe Esendelu Enyedia Unine Kero Sabo Nduhe Wegudo Nduhe Wegim Borabo Weekend to Hossa Nduhe Wegudo Nduhe Wegim Borabo a weekend to Hossa Sabo Atutu alala nike, atutu uru nike, ni abwego kene ha. Atutu alala nike, atutu uru nike, ni abwego kene ha o. Otu akoga de, mbe Biafra kapia, atutu ndega nora. Otu akoga de wo, mbe Biafra kapiaru, atutu ndega nora. Obotoma. Mafi Bonacho Biafra Rukobore Kari Mano Mafi Bonacho Biafra Rukobore Kari Mano Ulugo Mafi Bonacho Biafra Rukobore Kari Mano Ulugo
Emmanuel Gentle Biafra
Biafra do Bianaraya Here with the reggae, my brother. Senator Bianara Biafra. Governor Bianara Biafra.
Obaga Sabino
Absolute Bianara. Abataya, here with the reggae, brother. Oh, Anile, Yala Omo Biafra, can you get it to cook it? Asemo wanile yala omo Biafra kanyi kele tukokike Onye furo no libo Mazi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dike Obiago wetobo kibo nabo Wekwelugo n'obonye chukwu dijelalo Wekwelugo
Onye hụrụ ọnọdụ Igbo wezitere anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dike ọ bịago wetọpụta Igbo na-agbụ Igbo ekwelugo na ọ bụ onye Chukwu zinyere ozi Igbo ekwelugo ya so onye hụrụ ọnọdụ Igbo wee zitere anyị Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dike ọ bịago wee gbapụta Igbo na-agbụ Igbo ekwelugo na ọ bụ onye Chukwu zinyere ozi Igbo ekwelugo Emmanuel Chibike Chris M Samson Onochie Annex Anyanwụ ekene m unu n'ụtụtụ a unu ga-adịka echi maka na echi ada agwụ agwụ ya gaziere unu ụmụ Chineke. I'm not going to waste time. This broadcast this morning, I'm sure it's taking some people by surprise because I came in a little bit earlier than usual. It's needed because I have some things to attend to, and this is a broadcast that shouldn't be more than 25 minutes. Yes. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the Ohamadike of Mazi Simon EBA and the Ohamadike of Biafrans. I want to show you why this morning. Can go see you. I will show you why he remains. Why he remains the Ohamadike Ndi Igbo and the Ohamadike of Mazi Simon EBA. I will show you. Excuse me this morning. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness me. This is a very notorious period in my life. This season is always like this. I'm telling you guys, I have to thank God for the medication I'm using. If not for this medication, I won't be able to do anything. I have to apply the medication to release my nostrils, and the result is that I have to be sneezing. Bear with me. We are in Europe. We're not supposed to be here. Honestly, if I was in Biafra land, I don't think I'll be suffering this. Because our weather in Biafra, is meant for us. This particular weather we are in here is strange. It's a strange weather. It's not for us. The cold is too much. When the heat comes, it's too much. There is what we call pollen dust that goes around in the air. Honestly, I don't admire this weather. I don't admire this place. I would like to be in Biafra land. In Biafra, the weather is unique to us. So we'll be having some strange sicknesses. Like all those periods, there's something that happened. I don't want to talk about this. Something that happened to us where we all had to take the jab, every one of us. Something I didn't want to take. I never, ever wanted to take that jab. But we had to take it because we were pressured to take it. If you couldn't take it, you will not be able to feed your family. You will not be able to pay your rent. You will not be able to pay your bills. You have to take something into your system that you do not want. You don't want. So if you see me fighting for Biafra this way, there's a reason. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the Ohamadike of Simon EBA and Biafra because of this discovery. What is this discovery? I want to play right now. We identified the person of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We identified who he is, what he represents, what he means to Biafrans, what it means to Biafrans. Now, I want you to listen. Please listen.
There are people who are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. There is nothing that moves them. I have come to this earth to do one thing and one thing alone, is to fight and get Biafra. I have not come to this world to be a millionaire, to own hotel, to own oil block, to be close to the president of Nigeria. That's not my job. My job is, what have you done to restore Biafra? When I die and meet Chukwu Abiyama, that's what they will ask me. Did you get Biafra? Not how many cars you had, how many hotels you built, where. How many convoys you can travel with? Irrelevant.
Very short and precise. Now listen again.
There are people who are incorruptible.
There are people who are incorruptible. There are people who are incorruptible.
There are people who are incorruptible.
He is saying this because he is an example, an epitome of example, an example of incorruptibility. There are people who cannot be bought. There are people who have no price tag. There are people you cannot convince to give up what they believe in. There are people who cannot bow under pressure. There are people who will not give up what they believe in because of threat to their lives. There are people who are incorruptible. We know the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, incorruptible. We know the story of Daniel, incorruptible. The Bible says in Daniel chapter 1 verse 8, he said that Daniel proposed in his heart that he will not defile himself. Daniel chapter 1 verse 8. Daniel proposed in his heart that he will not defile himself. He decided, he made up his mind. Against all odds, whatever you bring at me, even at the face of fire, he would not defile himself. The three Hebrew boys, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, resolved within them, no matter what they do, they brought some men to make sure they increase the heat of the fire. The fire was burning 7 times more. And then they told them, you have better bow before this image or you are thrown into this fire. Even with their conviction, they didn't become disrespectful of the king's position as a king, even though the king became corrupt and became polluted with evil. They said, oh king, we will give you your respect, live forever. But let it be known to you that we would rather roast in this fire we are seeing here than to bow to this image, because the God we serve do not permit us to bow to any other God, no matter the pressure. The same thing Daniel resolved and proposed in his heart that he will not defile himself, because he knew that the king's meat were full of polluted things, fishes that had no scale, pork and all what have you, things that Chukwokike said don't eat, corruptible things. He said, I will not eat this food, even if it means me dying of no food or dying of kwashiorkor. I will not eat your food, O king. He said, okay, to prove to you that I serve a living God, let me be eating vegetable, only vegetable. You people be eating meat. Meat has a lot of protein. Eat meat, give me vegetable. And at the end of 1 week or 2 weeks, let us test and see who is more healthier and more alive. The same way, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, with all the corruption in the zoo, with all the epidemic of corruption in the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom, he proposed in his heart. He resolved within himself, I will not give up the freedom of my people, because my people have suffered under the zoo. My people have been subjugated, promised and failed. Everything never worked for them. I will become their champion. I will not be my own champion. I will be the champion of my own people. And if I perish, let me perish. I will never be corrupted. Give me trillions, billions, millions, whatever you may come with. I will not bow. There are people who are incorruptible. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
There are people who are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. There is nothing that moves them. There are people who are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. There is nothing that moves them. There are people who are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. There is nothing that moves them.
Why did he repeat his word? Incorruptible, incorruptible, I said. Because he knows that there is a way these demonic influencers comes with a beautiful apple to beguile and seduce you. Even when you refuse, they will come with your uncle. You will say no, they will come with your mommy. You will say no, they will persuade your daddy to come and convince you. You will say no, they will come through your children. There is a way they will push everything, just the way they have been doing with this particular resolve we have to make sure that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is free. They come with the governors, they come with the senators, they come with even the DOS, people within the same movement. And they come with all this to corrupt even our freedom. They come with different things. That's why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu repeated, there are people that are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. No matter how you weigh it, no matter how you come, no matter how you try to corrupt them, they remain incorruptible. Until you come to that particular point in your resolve to fighting for freedom, you are not ready. The reason why today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Ohamadike of Simon EBA and Ohamadike of Biafrans is because we identify this particular gift in him. We identify this particular resolve and determination in him. We saw it that he would not bend, bow, or subject himself to the portion of the king's meat, to the things that the enemy will supply or give to him, to beguile and deceive him, to mansions in Abuja, hotel in Owerri. What have you? We have identified him as one who doesn't care about all these things. How many of you have seen Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in a car? An expensive ride before. With all the pictures of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu you have seen from the day he was protesting in London for the one Nigeria, to see if one Nigeria will become realistic, and it failed, to the days of him being the leader of IPOB. Show me any picture of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu riding in a luxurious car or living in a very palatial mansion or building, or enjoying himself in one luxurious place. Show me. Because they knew he was incorruptible. That is why when they went to kidnap him in Kenya, they dressed him in Fendi to deceive you. Hey, your leader is driving on private jet. Which private jet? How? Who gave him private jet? Who gave him private jet? Tell me. He doesn't relate with the politicians. He doesn't liaise with them. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu drives on private jet, the people that accompany you, he's not a pilot. So if he actually was driving on private jet and is living those luxurious lives, I'm telling you, all these 3 years that they've had him, you would have seen evidence to that fact. There are people that are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I say. Incorruptible. We identify this gift, this grace in him. That is why till tomorrow, you see our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon EBA, resolve that there is nothing in this world that will make me back down in supporting this, my leader. No matter all the lies and propaganda they say, you will still see him come and say, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains my leader. Yes, yes. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is incorruptible. And he proved it. You can go and verify. He proved it to be incorruptible. He proved it that the only reason why he is alive is to restore Biafra. He's not living for pleasure, for wealth, for money, to have a hotel, to be called Ogada Gidi, hey, Ezego, Nishindibo, hey, Ogedi Buhari Uzokoka. People are clearing road for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not because of money. We declare road for him. We dey collect bullets for him. Not because of money. Now because he is a leader with example. A leader that has given his life for us already. A leader that have condescended so low to become my servant. And therefore, I will serve him forever as my leader. incorruptible. Incorruptible. That's why you see he remains Ohamadike Ndibo. Ohamadike Mazi Simon EBA. Look, there's no other name that wakes Mazi Simon EBA from sleep than Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He remembers him. The only leader that I will respect and obey. The only man that will say stop, I will stop. The only man that will say, hey, wait, listen, I will listen. Because he has proven him to be incorruptible. And at the stage where we are, when you hear him saying, I will only listen to him when he is free, clear, and clean. And then he talk to me, then we'll be able to talk like leader and son, like father and son. Not a father held in captivity, talking to his son, because the people that heard him are telling him what to say. No. You know, he trained the son to become so capable to understand that, look, I have given my life for this. I will still give my life for it. So you make up your mind to give your life. Don't bow to any pressure. There are people who are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. Let's repeat it to the end. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
There are people who are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. There is nothing that moves them. I have come to this earth to do one thing and one thing alone, is to fight and get Biafra.
There is one assignment for him. His assignment is to fight and get Biafra. That is his reason of being alive. And he has identified it. And he's pursuing it. And we have seen that he's pursuing it with so much alacrity and so much determination without minding whatever comes his way. That is why he remains Ohamadike Ndibo, Ohamadike Mazi Simon EBA, Ohamadike Omo Biafra. So that's why till tomorrow, with all the lies and propaganda, we decided to say this Monday, we have dedicated it to him. In Alibo, everybody must stand still for this man. For this man. He means a lot to us. Yes. No matter, you know, if it is not because we have resolved to stand with him and took the decision we took, you will not see all these sycophants today. Sycophants. Like Obasanjo and all these. You see Hope who's a danger. Reading, we have called to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We have called to. When they release something, did you see anybody come out to say, to have a press meeting? Did the Yoruba leaders come out? Did Yoruba leaders have a meeting and say, Sunday, let us meet all the governors? Did they meet? Did they come with a press conference? When Showore was released, was there any governorship press conference? When Mieti Allah, terrorist leader, was cleared of all his offenses and released, was there any press conference and briefings? So, shine your eye. You see this man? And no matter the game you want to play with his name, number one, he is more important than all of you. All of you combined. All of you combined. He is valuable than all of you. All of you won't get you think you want to play game with his name? Look, the more you try to play those games, the more relevant it becomes. Even with all your wayo of coming out and say, hey, Mazi Nnamdi, as if we don't know who you people are. We know who you are. At the end of the day, what it means is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains supremo, numero uno. That's what we call it in Italian. Supremo numero uno. The supreme leader, number one. Over all of you. Achikote kwanu of all of you. Banza. Somebody who, the people that did not even attend any court case, you know, it was just order and they were released. Bang, 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 bang. Abakiari, criminal, released, playing with his family. Bang, 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 bang. They're all gone. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case, he won. UN declared, release him. Everybody is speaking. And all you people do is from meeting to meeting. And he wrote this letter. He said, stop, sit at home. He said, I don't want anything to happen. It's you people are all bastards. You are all mad. All of you together. You don't know how mad we are. No, you don't know. It be like say, you people don't understand. With all the game you have played with Nigeria, when it comes to Biafra, you should know your limits. Know where you stop playing that game. Do you understand? You gather, press conference, meeting, in-house. No, they will have indoor meeting. Indoor. They have, how many indoor meetings did you have before Abakari was released? How many indoor meetings did you have before the Mieti Allah leader was cleared and released? How many indoor meetings did you have before bandits are now receiving chieftaincy titles in the north? How many indoor meetings did you have before those things were cleared? Including Shore. How many indoor meetings did you have? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have indoor meetings. And then the vampire of the vampires will come and read and mention the name. You hear that name, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Hope who's on danger. That name, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I am telling you, it will remain your nightmare. It will choke you. It will choke you. Indoor meeting with governors. And then you come. Hope who's on danger is the one that is reading it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released. We are there together. Thunder destroy you. Thunder destroy all of you. Did you see our Prime Minister pay attention to your nonsensical nonsense? We are not even going to post it. We're not going to talk about it. If you like, if you don't like, there are people who are incorruptible. You see that leader we have there? He has defeated all of you. So admit your defeat and let him go. Simple. There is no need for all this, your gibberish, or this nonsensical indoor, outdoor, secret door, inner hole meeting to decide whether or whether you release him. Mad people everywhere. You see him? Ask yourself, why is it that everything you are trying, you even within, you allow some people to creep in? You bought one lady from Los Angeles. Used her up and down. Then your Facebook, that one try, no way. You bought another one from Texas. Use her, bang, 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 bang. That one failed. All of them you bought within. You thought you could stop us? The resolve is top notch. I'm telling you, you don't know what you are up. You don't know what you are up against. You seem not to understand it yet, and you think you can still play it. And you're not watching yourself. That while you are playing all these games, every foundation that holds Nigeria is dissipating, completely dismantling. Nigeria cannot stand. We strongly believe in our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We strongly believe in our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is a very long comment. Let me read it. Very, very. All of you hiding somewhere, calling US must go down in shame. You see, you are deceiving our people with lies. Autopilot, which stupid, idiotic song? Where is your fighter jet? Okay, I am in Biafra land. Every real. Okay. You see this comment you wrote, you are in Biafra land. All those people, they will trap you very soon. All you do is hide in the comment section and write comments. Watch your back. Because the only person immune from the disaster called Nigeria is Umu Chineke. Umu Chineke, sons of righteousness. Those that believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's, convictions are true and his legacy must be sustained. Those that believe in it without corruption, they are the people that will be saved. I am telling you. You see this idiot here that came to make this comment? His days are numbered. Because they know that their days are numbered. Let me send him to hell first before I will to talk, so that he will not be able to write any nonsense again. Because his days are numbered, these are the last days. They have to write what they will write and say what they will say underground. They're underground. Underground. Making noise. Corrupted bats. Also, corrupted bats. That's what they are. Corrupted bats. That's exactly what they are. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have shown himself to be a unique leader without corruption. I was asking a question. Can anybody show us where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is living in affluence? He's living exorbitant life. A life of, fame and glory and pomp and pageantry. Show me. You won't see it anywhere. A simple man, a humble man, with focus to what he believed in for his people. And the passion drives him willing to surrender all. Willing to surrender all for the sake of his people.
There are people who are incorruptible. Incorruptible, I said. There is nothing that moves them. I have come to this earth to do one thing and one thing alone, is to fight and get Biafra. I have not come to this world to be a millionaire, to own hotel, to own oil block, to be close to the president of Nigeria. That is not my job. My job is, what have you done to restore Biafra? When I die and meet Chukwu Abiyama, that's what they will ask me. Did you get Biafra? Not how many cars you had, how many hotels you built, where, how many convoys you can travel with.
So many of them, their priorities are these irrelevant things. You must make it. Some of them will come and tell me, Van, focus on your family. Van, you now have a son. Please be careful. Try and train your son. Van, it is very important for you. You now have a family. Stop. You are nothing but a moo, like a cow. What I am living for is for my son to be a free man. If my son will not be free, there's no need for me to even have a son. There's no need. If my son will not be free, why should I have a son? So that is why no matter how many sons and daughters I have, I will continue to fight to make sure that the life they are going to live, I will fight for them to have a life of freedom and equity and justice and fairness. If I cannot fight for that, then there is no need impregnating any woman to have a son. There's no need. So you hear it. So the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is alive is because of that. And the reason why Biafrans and our Prime Minister have resolved to stand with him no matter what, even with all the corruption and all the distractions. And you see, there are so many distractions that came with this issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is enough to discourage somebody. But because the distractions did not come from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will continue to give him that benefit of doubt. Are you listening to me? The distractions that came from his siblings, distraction that came from his friends, distraction that came from his wife, distraction that came from people very close to him. A lot of distraction, compromising distractions. That I am enough to say, okay, if you like, okay, then forget him. We are on our own, we must fight for. No, we can never forget him because the distraction did not come from him. When he is out, free, alone with our Prime Minister, and he says, I'm not doing again. I have helped you people. Yeah, do your own now. And then we will say, well done. You fought a good fight. Thank you. And you actually said that this Biafra, anybody can get it. Wow, Patricia, Anthony, this is what put me off balance. The idiots bear same name as Chizi Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Oboko. I'm telling you. Don't worry. This is I say, Carl. Patri, where have you been? I've tried to reach out to you, my love. Where have you been? Okay. Nice to have you, my dear. Welcome. So, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we are no Biafran will ever abandon Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Even if everybody around him show their signs of betrayal and deny him. Peter denied Christ. The people closest to Christ, they denied him. You see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the same thing. Everybody around him can deny him. We will never deny him. We will continue to give him that benefit of being our leader. We will continue to hold him by his word, because as it is right now, we know the tendencies of the zoo. We know what the zoo can do. We know that if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is compromised, he will no longer be there. We know. With all this stretch, they have stretched his detention and his kidnap. With the way they have stretched it, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a compromised individual, he will no longer be there. So because we know he is not compromised, we will stand and fight for him to the very end. So Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the Ohamadike of Simon EBA, our Prime Minister, and he is the Ohamadike of Biafrans because of what I just explained to you right now. Because we have identified him as one who has made up his mind to fight for his people, who rejected worldly fame, worldly pleasure, worldly wealth, inheritance. He is a prince. It means nothing. He is the owner of a lot of land. It means nothing. He is one that people will always come and make obeisance to and bow to him. It means nothing to him. He is Eze Nnamdi Kanu. It means nothing to him. But the fact that he is the leader of the free nation of Biafra, that's what he's fighting for. And because we have identified that, then we stand by him. We stand by him. Somebody's writing something here. He said, do you know that idiot in Italy called Patrick Ikekwensu insulted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on air during their 30th of May Heroes Day? He openly talks down on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All the US criminals have shown who they are openly. Yes. Will you be surprised? Yes. At this point in time, people that have resolved with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu up till now, they have not heard Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reject the people fighting for his freedom, or tell anybody that I don't know Simon EBA, I don't know these people. The things they want him to say, they have never heard him say it. They've never heard him say it. So, okay, Patty, thank you very much. I've seen your comment. Thank you very much. Thank you, Patty. Okay, no problem. Just be safe in Austria. Thank you very much. All right, I understand now. Be safe. But Nnamdi sends his love anyway. Nnamdi sends his love. All right, I'm going to leave it here because I've got things to attend to. Until I see you again later this afternoon or this evening, hold on, hold tight. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains our leader. Our Prime Minister stands firm in defending Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's legacy. I remain Rafael Chamaka Jere, aka Pastor Van Van Van. Airborne.